Now that just dropped in place on this half round. Just the first time it's actually dropped in there. As this goes down, it may tighten up. See, as I bring the back end down, it pops out right here. There's a fulcrum right in here somewhere. That thing's rocking back and forth. It's not bottomed out down in the hole. At least I don't see any marks. I think it's still hitting on these angled surfaces right here and here. The worst thing you could do is take out too much and have to build back. It's easier to take out a little bit at a time and get there gradually and correctly than it is to take out too much and have to build it back. But that fulcrum is about right there, and I don't see anything in the bottom that would make it rock. So it's got to be something on the sides. This is below that surface now, and I can't push it. And it's so small I can't hardly tap it. So I'm adding something I can push on right there. That gives me the ability to apply pressure. I'm hoping it'll leave me some marks in there. I don't see any marks in the bottom except for back here. Well, that squished that in there nice and tight. That thing's stuck. That's nice. I think I'm gonna put this thing together dry. Just stick it together dry and get some measurements from here to here and from here to here, and just see what it's actually supposed to be. Because right now, most of the time I take some dimensions before I start. I didn't do that this time. And that's about how big the wood needs to be at that screw. And that is close to what it needs to be at the front screw. To be such a little gun, that thing's got a really strong spring right there. Now, I've got to figure out how to get past all this wood and actually get a measurement on that thing. But this hole here is a through hole. It's the same thread on both sides. Your trigger guard screws into the bottom of it, but the other screw comes into the top of it. So I can actually mark, if I can reach in there, where that hole goes. This is kind of easy. I got all four holes, the ends of all four holes. I can see them. None of them are blind. Yeah, that's going to be tough to measure that. Tough, but not impossible. I could use my little 1/4 inch blocks that I have used before. These are 1/4 inch thick each, so that should be a 1/2 inch together. I'm afraid to turn that thing loose. I'm trying to hold it in there with my belly. Alright, that is within 5/1000ths of being a 1/2 inch. So I can put one on the bottom, one on the top, take a total measurement, and then deduct a 1/2 inch, and that's how big it is. That is 1.725 minus a half is 1.225, and this is the measurement for the back screw. And right now it's not that far off. leave that alone. That's real close. That's very close. Woohoo! I think it's time to drill some holes. I've got that one and that one marked, and I've got the back one marked on the top. The front one I can use as a drilling guide when I set the receiver in place. So this back screw is 163. Got to find the right size drill bit. Now I just connect that line, and that's the center line of that screw. And that's my center line. This bit is a 32nd smaller than what I need. So once I get it established and connected, I'll enlarge that hole. Okay, those two holes just met in the middle. So if that is good on this end and good on this end, that hole is good. All I have to do then is enlarge it. And it'll follow itself. When you're enlarging one, if you just push it, it'll follow itself. That hole is actually about 5/1000ths less than what it's supposed to be, so that's the reason I reamed it out. I'm probably going to have to go to the next bigger size, which is going to be about 10/1000ths bigger than what I need, but it'll work. Okay, that'll work. I'm going to try to dry fit this thing together again and put this screw in, see if it lines up. What I really am looking for is to see if those threads line up. They're not grabbing easily. I don't think they're lining up. Okay, they're hitting too far back. It needs to go that way. Is the way the hole needs to be adjusted. And it needs about a 32nd of an inch, which is good, because if your hole is too far forward, is not a good thing. If it's too far back, you can ooch it forward a little bit and you're still good and tight. But if you're too far forward and you ooch it back, then you have a gap. Now and then you need to adjust a screw hole. This one has got to move this direction. I need to move it about a 32nd of an inch. It's easier to do it with the drill coming up at you. You can see the tip of that drill bit coming at you. So I'm just looking down through the hole. I can see that bit even at the far end of the hole down there, and I'm just going to steer it towards me. See how I moved that thing over? It's as simple as that. If the hole is too big behind there, that's not a big deal. You want that screw pulling this whole mechanism back. And when that hole is touching on the front side, it's pulling the mechanism back.